Welcome back to Sikkim 365 Radio. This segment with Olin Buchanan of TexAgs.com is sponsored by Waco Regional Tennis and Fitness, with over 40 group exercise classes Monday through Sunday on Lakeshore Drive in Waco.
There are a couple of national games, and there may be more than that, but two in particular have been getting a lot of attention, and one of those, of course, is that Wisconsin game in Chicago with Notre Dame, and in Arlington at Jerry's World at AT&T Stadium, the continued rivalry, Arkansas and A&M, and they have put on some amazing games and finishes in recent years. And Arkansas had that nice win against Texas early, so who knows? And A&M, of course, with that incredible defense and the high expectations. Olin Buchanan, TexAgs.com. Olin, these two have done and put on some incredible games in the past. Does this look more like this could be just a knockdown, drag-out, low-scoring game, or do you think that it might get into any kind of a foot race?
No, I think it's going to be a defensive game like it's projected. You know, A&M's playing really good defense, but has struggled to move the football. So if A&M can keep it a low-scoring game, you know, just based on what we've seen so far, that would definitely benefit the Aggies.
Olin, Jimbo Fisher called the team average last week, which I'm sure was a rallying cry to play up to what he feels is their potential. Do you feel that will work, and do you think that Zach Calzada another weekend will be that much more comfortable in the offense and they'll be able to open it up a little bit more?
Well, I think every day that Zach Calzada plays, practices, whatever, he's going to get better. Of course, the bar was pretty low when you saw the way he started, but he got better in that first game against Colorado. I think their biggest issue, even more than Zach Calzada, is getting better in the offensive line. And right now, we don't know if Leighton Robinson, who missed last week's game, we don't know if he's going to play or not. And if he doesn't play, that's just one more big problem that they have. So if he says they're playing average, then that means the defense is obviously above average and the offense is below average. So it averages out.
Olin, what were your impressions of Calzada?
Yeah, he was better. He was good. Throws a nice deep ball, and I wouldn't be surprised if they throw deep more often with him. He needs to learn a couple of things that, you know, young quarterbacks that are making their second start need to learn. If you're under pressure, it's not there. Throw the ball away. Don't take a sack because you're just holding on to the ball too long. And don't throw into coverage when you can throw the ball away and just have a next play. You know, he threw an interception last week that was just so unnecessary. His receiver was well covered. He was trying to escape the rush. He was almost at the sideline. Just throw it out of bounds.
Olin Buchanan, TexAgs.com. So Arkansas, seems like Kendall Briles and that team have something going. They hammered Texas, but I'm not so sure they didn't hammer them more with what they did defensively, but they do seem like they have a quarterback that can be dangerous at times. What is the concern, if there is, when it comes to facing Arkansas's offense?
Well, I think it starts with that big quarterback, KJ Jefferson, and his, the running threat that he provides. You know, he ran the ball really well against Texas. If they were sleeping at all on the zone read, he was keeping it and going around the end, and I think he had a lot of success that way. So I think that's where it started. And quite frankly, A&M, not lately, but at times this season, have had trouble with the running quarterback. So I think that's where it starts. I believe they want to keep him contained the best they can, really play good assignment football on the end, make sure he gives the ball up before you chase it. And then when they pass, if they can get them in the passing situation, I think they want to keep him in the pocket. Don't give him places to scramble, because I think they feel like they have a better shot putting it on him, throwing it, than they do, with him running.
Olin Buchanan, TexAgs.com with us on Sikkim 365 Radio.
Olin, do you think that Calzada has done a good job of getting the ball to all the Aggies playmakers so far, or is that something else he needs to do better?
Yeah, that's something he needs to work on, even though, last week it was New Mexico, but he threw a nice touchdown pass to Demond Demas. He had a nice throw to Devon A-Chain for a touchdown. And he hit Jalen Wademeyer a couple times, but he's had Wademeyer open a few times and missed him. Sometimes he seems to lock in on Chase Lane a little bit too much. But I do think that I look for him to throw some swing passes to Isaiah Spiller and Devon A-Chain. I think he'll throw deep a few times. And, I do think that they'll try to run some high percentage passes for him.
Olin, I did notice, and I know that you probably hear about Varsity Blues a lot, but look, Vanderbeek is back doing HEB commercials. When are you going to get some of that scratch? I'm sticking up for you, buddy.
Well, thank you, because at least get a guy from Texas. He's from Connecticut, for crying out loud.
Oh, Mox.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I just kept waiting for you to come around the corner and go, "That's right, Mox."
Hey, I would do it. At least my accent's real, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Olin, the games at AT&T, I thought, was I wrong? Did they ever discuss going back to the home and home? What happened with that?
Yeah, they're going. The contract still has 4 years on it.
Okay.
Now, they took the break last year because of COVID, but it's going to run out in 2024, and then they'll go back to home and home.
Okay, all right. I look forward to it, man. I look forward to seeing what Arkansas can do, obviously, because they jumped out on the national map with that win against what is Texas, and who knows with them if they're overhyped, overrated, or just having a bad day.
No.
I know.
Texas overhyped? That never happened.
Ever. Like for the last 10 or 11, 12 years. But, hey, good luck, man. Thanks, Olin. Have a great time. Have a great weekend.
All right, thanks for having me on.
Olin Buchanan with a little A&M shot across the bow with Texas and Arkansas and Texas A&M. 2:30 is tomorrow.
And for those that don't know, Olin's in Varsity Blues. He's the reporter that comes up to Moxon after the game and starts asking him questions in the parking lot. That's Olin Buchanan, and that's the Varsity Blues reference.
Yeah. Knew Olin when he was a young writer at the Tyler Morning Telegraph.
Yeah, and he and James Vanderbeek he has moved to Texas. I looked this up because I didn't know. I'm watching the game the other night, and here comes Vanderbeek throwing passes at a high school stadium talking about HEB, and I'm like, how does James Vanderbeek know anything about HEB other than the 4 or 5 months he was here in 1999 making a movie? But apparently he lives here now, so they roped him in and said, let's get himself some groceries.
Smart. All right. It's been 30 years, and that movie's still, I don't know what it's like amongst the teenagers now. They probably got like 17 different versions of something else, but still a cult classic for sure.
We will have Sam Bradshaw,